The standard model of our world suggests a patient, millions of years-long march, where glaciers carve valleys and evolution moves in a steady climb. Yet the physical record reveals inconsistencies that defy this timeline. We find delicate, boneless marine life, like jellyfish, petrified into solid rock. In the real world, a jellyfish decays in hours. Its preservation requires an entire ecosystem to flash freeze in a single moment. These are trilobites, organisms that officially vanished hundreds of millions of years before the first humans appeared. Yet we have found these prehistoric index fossils crushed beneath perfectly preserved human sandal prints, all sharing the same layer of stone. Inside solid mountain rock, hundreds of feet deep, miners have uncovered well-fashioned wooden ships, complete with anchors and broken masts. These vessels were entombed within the very stone of the mountains themselves. This dark clay band is the KT boundary. It encapsulates the Earth saturated with extraterrestrial iridium, a chemical marker of a sudden planetary scale cutoff. These physical markers suggest that Earth's history is characterized by instantaneous burials and repeated global extinctions, rather than a slow evolutionary climb. Academic institutions often filter these discoveries from the public record to maintain the integrity of the standard geological timeline. This editing extends to the appearance of Cro-Magnon man. They emerged suddenly, already possessing an advanced civilization and artistic mastery that reached standards later cultures took thousands of years to replicate. Biology confirms this anomaly. The Cro-Magnon brain case was larger than our own, exceeding modern capacity by 100 cubic centimeters, contradicting the narrative of gradual primate development. This history of sudden appearances and repeated scheduled destructions points toward a curated reality. When we map these events over 74 centuries, the mathematical precision of these cycles suggests a system governed by programming. Within the Archaics framework, Earth is the Holosphere, a programmed containment field separating our planetary system from the universe. The architects, the Homo Annuna, were off-world engineers trapped within their own quarantine zone after prohibited genetic violations. Their primary transgression was the introduction of their own DNA into the terrestrial biosphere, merging off-world coding with primates to manufacture the Cro-Magnon race. The Annuna discovered that Cro-Magnon was becoming aware of its own spiritual immortality, threatening the stability of the containment field. To neutralize this threat, they modified the genetic code again, downgrading their creation into modern humans. Human history serves as a manufactured narrative, designed by these trapped wardens to keep the inmates from recognizing their own genetic potential. Control is maintained through automated security protocols, cyclical, programmed cataclysms that reset human development whenever it begins to advance too far. The primary mechanism is the Phoenix weapon, an orbital technology that triggers flash freezes, floods, and the red dust fallouts reported by ancient civilizations throughout history. The Moon, or Luna, serves as a planetary governor. Unlike any other satellite in the solar system, it was steered into a dead, near-perfect orbit to function as a surveillance station. Working in tandem is the Nemesis X object, a celestial mechanism that destabilizes the inner solar system on a fixed, predictable schedule. Global disasters are the engineered security resets of a planetary prison, occurring at intervals that have been tracked for millennia. Surviving records from previous wiped-out cultures suggest that monolithic monuments were built as datum repositories, preserving knowledge of these cycles for future generations. The Great Pyramid of Giza acts as a primary architectural blueprint, a physical and lasting record of the simulation's internal mechanics. Its internal geometry and shaft alignments mathematically track the 600-year Anunnaki Ner cycles and the repeating transit of the Phoenix weapon. By embedding the reset schedule into stone, the ancients ensured the information would survive the very cataclysms the measurements predicted. The exact mathematical loop that has governed these 74 centuries of history is now reaching its next automated protocol. The data points converge on May 2040, the scheduled return of the Phoenix weapon, bringing red dust fallout and tectonic shifts. This is followed in 2046 by the Nemesis X object, described by ancient records as a collapse of time itself. History provides the precursors for our future. We have a brief window to decode the holosphere before the next programmed reset occurs.